So hi friends and welcome back. So today we will start a new subject, that is the heat transfer. Okay, so today's video will be the first introduction video of the heat transfer. So in today's video we will see a brief introduction to heat transfer and what is the need to study the heat transfer. Okay, so I hope you will see the lecture till the end, and if you have any doubts then clear that doubts. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. So now we will start. So to understand the heat transfer subject, first we have to understand the difference between the heat transfer and thermodynamics. Okay, so now we will start to understand what is thermodynamics. So the science which deals with the energy interaction is known as thermodynamics. So we will understand this by an example. So for example, we have a body at state 1. Okay, now we want to bring that body to state 2. Okay, so to bring that body to state 2, we have to supply or reject the energy from that body. Okay, so if we want to bring this body to state 2, let's say we have to supply the energy to bring this body at state 2. Okay, so how much energy is to be supplied to this body to bring this body from state 1 to state 2, that information is given by thermodynamics. Okay, so I hope you understand the basic idea for thermodynamics. So now note the point. So this is the important point, so note it down, that thermodynamics only gives the information about the energy interaction. It does not gives the information about at what rate the energy interaction is occurring. Okay, now only we had seen that example that we have a body and we want to bring that body to state 2. Okay, so we have to supply an energy. So how much energy is to be supplied, that information is given by the thermodynamics. But thermodynamics does not give the information that up to what time that energy is to be supplied to bring that body from state 1 to state 2. Okay, so for that information we have to study the heat transfer. Okay, so now we will move forward. Now we will see some points about the energy. So energy is of two types, that is energy in storage and energy in transit. Okay, so what is energy in storage? As the name suggests, it is something to store. And energy in transit, the word transit means to bring something from one place to other. So it is related to the motion of the energy. Okay, now we will see the proper definition of these two. So energy in storage, the energy which can be stored in a finite quantity of matter is called as energy in storage. Okay, so this energy can be stored. So for example, potential energy and kinetic energy. Okay, so these are the examples of energy in storage. Now we will see energy in transit. This type of energy is complicated to understand, but we will try. So the energy in transit is a type of energy which can felt when it moves or transfers from one body to other. For example, let's say this is a body A and this is body B. Okay, so this body is at temperature T1 and this body is at temperature T2, and T1 is greater than T2. Okay, now when this body is brought in contact, then there will be a transfer of energy. So that transfer is nothing but the heat transfer. Okay, so this transfer of energy can only be felt when you touch this body, then you can feel that how much hot it is. So the energy in transit is a type of energy which can felt when it is moves or transfers. Okay, so when it is moves from one body to another, then only we can say that this energy is a energy in transit. Okay, so the example of energy in transit is heat, work. Okay, heat and work. I hope you understood the energy in transit. Now we will move towards our heat transfer. So to understand the heat transfer, first we have to see that what is heat. Okay, so these are some points which you have to note down. Okay, so heat is a type of energy. In solids, heat is due to the kinetic energy which is produced by the lattice vibration. Okay, so what this statement say, that this is the simple cubic lattice. Okay, in this simple cube lattice, all the atoms are present at the corner of the cube. Okay, so in solids, there is no space to move the atom. Okay, so in solids there will be a vibrations in the molecules. So this molecule will vibrate towards right and left of its mean position. So due to this vibrations, there will be a kinetic energy produced in the solids, and this kinetic energy is responsible for the heat in the solids. Okay, now we will move towards liquids and gases. So in liquids and gases, heat is due to the kinetic energy which is produced by the intermolecular momentum transfer. Okay, so what is intermolecular momentum transfer? That in liquids and gases there is enough space to move the molecule from one region to another. Okay, let's say this is the gas. Okay, so these molecules can move. So while moving, these molecules collides with each other. Okay, so when they collide with each other, they transfers the momentum from one molecule to other. Okay, so this is the intermolecular momentum transfer. So due to this intermolecular momentum transfer, there will be an increase in the kinetic energy of the molecules. Now as the kinetic energy is increased, the temperature of the body, or let's say temperature of the liquids and gases increases. Now as the temperature increases, we know that heat is there. Okay, so this is about liquids and gases. Now we will see a proper mechanism that how heat is produced. So now we will see how the heat is produced, a proper mechanism of production of heat. So now listen to me carefully. So heat does not directly comes from the kinetic energy. At first, the molecules which are in motion collides with each other, and due to that collision, there will be an intermolecular momentum transfer. Okay, so due to that momentum, a kinetic energy will be increased. Now as kinetic energy is increased, there will be an increase in temperature. Why? Because we know that temperature is directly proportional to kinetic energy. Okay, now you will think, what is the temperature? So temperature is nothing but it represents the average value of the kinetic energy of that body. Okay, I will repeat that temperature is nothing but it represents the average value of kinetic energy of that body. Okay, so as kinetic energy increases, temperature increases. Now as temperature increases, let us consider an example. We have two bodies, let's say body 1 and body 2. Okay, its temperature is T1 and its temperature is T2. Now we know T1 is greater than T2. Okay, so there will be a temperature difference. Now as whenever we have a temperature difference, that time there will be energy transfer from high temperature to low temperature. Okay, so this type of transfer, that means this type of energy transfer which occurs due to the temperature difference, is known as heat transfer. So basically heat transfer gives us the information that, let us consider an example. We have a body and it is at state 1 and we want to bring it to the state 2. Okay, so a certain amount of energy is to be supplied to the body to bring this body from state 1 to state 2. Okay, and this energy is to be supplied for certain time interval. So the information about that time interval is given by this heat transfer subject. Okay, so I hope you understood this brief introduction. So that's all. I hope you had enjoyed this video lecture. In next video we will study the 3 different modes of heat transfer, okay, or 3 different methods of heat transfer, that is conduction, convection and radiation. So stay tuned, and if you have any doubts then please ask me in the comment section. Please subscribe to my channel for more educational videos, like and share. Okay, then have a good day and bye.